Hey guys, Coverkiller Nation here. Now I did say that today I was going to have for you guys the latest installment of my Metallica band review series, which is going to be for the 1990s and beyond. Well, unfortunately YouTube has decided to outwardly just not upload this video. I've now tried 3 different times and wasted probably about at least 5 hours of my life, 4 of which were spent literally babysitting this particular video. So, for right now, that's going to be on hold. I'm going to try again at another point in time and see what I can get done with that. However, for now, that's going to be nixed. I did not want to leave you guys deprived of a review today for another day, because, let's face it, I haven't had anything up here besides that question video that I posted last Thursday. So, I wanted to start something that you guys have really wanted to see for a long time, and that's a tool review. Now, this is going to be something cool because it's going to be an old tool review that I did on my old account. So this is going to be a Coverkiller Classic.
What's up, guys? Porcupinetheater here, bringing you another requested album review. That's right, I'm doing 2 in one day because I really need to get on my horse and get some of this stuff done, since November is in fact request month. Continue to send your requests. I will probably not get to all of them here in the month of November, but I will get to them as soon as possible, and you will all be linked to your videos. Now, Sika1 asked for me to do some classic albums from bands like Led Zeppelin, Rush, Pink Floyd, or something just as good as Darkwing, or Fear of a Blank Planet by Porcupine Tree, but he mentioned 10,000 Days by Tool, and I'm going to actually do this album review first. Mostly because this is an album that has kind of been a little bit much maligned by some fans. Other people really enjoy this album, but there's a lot of people that say that it's lacking something. And for me personally, I'm not quite sure what they mean by that, but that's their opinion, so I gotta respect that. This is an 11-track affair, clocks in at 75 minutes, 28 seconds. Let's run down the track listing real quick. We have Vicarious to start it off. This is, of course, a really big single. Track number 2 is what you're listening to right now, Zombie. It's a song that I really like, so that's the reason why I'm playing it. And then we get into a 2-part song. We have track 3, which is Wings for Marie Part 1, which is 6 minutes long. And then we have the lengthy 10,000 Days Wings Part 2, which is over 11 minutes long. And that 2-parter right there really captures the essence. There's a lot of passion between these 2 songs. The interconnectedness of these 2 tracks is absolutely amazing. If you listen to one song, I definitely guarantee you just keep going on. Finish the story. It's 17, nearly 18 minutes of your time, but it's definitely very worthy. Tool is one of those types of bands that can really grip your attention for that long and keep you there throughout the entire ride without you really being bored. And they use atmosphere to really do this, and they incorporate that atmosphere in situations where you kind of wonder what's going on. And there's a theory out there, and there's a lot of stigma out there that Tool fans kind of create their own atmosphere, if you know what I'm saying. And I will say that it definitely enhances the overall experience. However, these 2 songs do just well enough on their own that you don't necessarily need it. Speaking of that, track number 5 is The Pod. This was another single. It was, in fact, the 2nd single off of the CD. This one did really well. A lot of radio stations played this, especially if their DJs like to make fun of stoners or worse stoners or anything like that. Neat little songs, kind of fun. A lot of good lyrics. Maynard is, of course, a lyrical genius. And this, of course, continues on this album. Up next, we have Lipan Conjuring, which leads into Lost Keys. These are short little tracks that lead up to Rosetta Stone, yet another song that can definitely be related to the drug culture. And this is another one of my favorites. This was something that had to grow on me a little bit in order for me to love it. Because, to be honest, whenever I get hooked on a couple of songs, I'll kind of repeat them back and back. And then thinking about going on to the rest of the album almost seems silly to me. But once that I did do that with Rosetta Stone, found a lot of things I liked about this song. Loved the ripping, loved the chorus, loved Maynard's lyrics. Mentioned Sudafed, Sun Kiss, all sorts of little references in there. Really, really neat song. Mentioned about shit in the bed. Maynard being classic Maynard in this song. Band being classic Tool in this song. Gotta love it. I know, I sure do. Intention is next. This is a nice little bridge gap between Rosetta Stone and Right Into It. Intention actually has a moment in it of ambience that is really cool for me, that I really enjoy. And you'll know what I mean whenever you listen to it. It's about halfway through the song. You kind of can hear the breakdown. You can kind of see where things are going. And whenever you hear that, it's subtle, but it hits you. It's one of those aha moments, or one of those moments where you're just like, ooh, I really like that. That's something that is really good. But then we go into Right Into, which is track number 10. It's about 9 minutes long. This has some of Maynard's best lyrics on the entire album, talking about how God created monkeys in his own image, so to speak, and silly things that they do. Monkey killing monkey over pieces of the ground. You know, talking about how he makes weapons to beat his brother down. Just kind of the silliness. It's almost like from God's perspective. It's a very unique little way that he was able to construct this song lyrically, and the music itself is addicting, I will tell you. The introduction is extremely addicting, especially with the little twang that you can kind of hear. It's not really a twang, it's just a higher note on the guitar. However, it's one of those X factors for the song that really makes it go from being just a good song to a great or an awesome song. The album finishes off with Bugatti Tres, which is a 5-minute, 2-second long, really realistically an outro to the album. Kind of sends you away. And overall, you know, this is something that I'm going to see a lot of debate on, I really think, because a lot of people, with my Anima review, there's not going to be too many people that are going to view it because they already view it as a classic album, because it is. 10,000 Days, on the other hand, has kind of encountered a 50-50 split amongst fans. You know, Tool fans are going to love it because it's Tool. However, Tool fans are split between the fact that it's a really, really good album, or if it's just mediocre and they've really changed their sound to the point where it's not something that they're really into. In my personal opinion, I love 10,000 Days. I think it's a fantastic album from start to finish. I think it's a 75-minute long disc that goes by extremely quickly. Not an album that you're going to get bored with, and it's an album that has intense replay value for some of the singles and the non-singles both. This is not something where you're just going to listen to Vicarious, you're not just going to listen to The Pot, and not want to listen to anything else because the rest of the stuff is filler. This is all good, solid stuff. This is all good, awesome Tool material. Gotta give it my steadfast 8 out of 10. Bravo to Maynard and the boys. Looking forward to the next release. Looking forward to the Pussifer stuff. Looking forward to anything else he decides to do. Because, let's face it, the man is awesome. But anyways, guys, leave your opinions. Leave me a voice comment or a video comment of what you think about this album, or what your favorite Tool album is and why. This is my homework assignment to you guys. I want to know because, like I said, there's been varied opinions about this album, and I want to know what your opinions are. But that's all I got. Coverkiller out. Till the next review, guys. Keep the requests coming.